You are so not ready for what's about to happen to you.
I'm Lexi.
I'm Sarah. We've been friends for a very long time. Everybody pour your drinks now, you're gonna need them.
This is the first video that we have ever made. Would you like to say what the title is gonna be?
Shit, tropes we hate.
The title kind of is borrowed from our favorite YouTuber, Lily C. Reeds.
Lily.
Who made a really good video, but also a lot of other, female YouTubers and booktubers in general have made us kind of think very critically about YA lit, and it's really important. You don't realize how important and how influential the books you read when you're a kid and when you're a young teenager are, and some of this stuff has got to go. We wrote them down.
Yeah.
Okay, number one is
oh no.
This is Sarah's favorite.
You're gonna get me riled up right off the bat.
Sarah's favorite romantic lead with a boyfriend or girlfriend, aka the cheating trope.
I'm gonna offend a lot of fucking people right now. The only time you want to date someone who has a girlfriend, and like the reason you want to date them is because they're untouchable because they have a girlfriend, is when you're 12. And like if you have ever had feelings for somebody or been hurt or been in a relationship, you know how shitty it would be for your significant other to fall in love with somebody. That is not cute. That is fucking problematic. When I read that, I was like, I'm Ellie. Like, I'm Ellie in this story.
Literally having her cake and eating yours too. But when that guy is the romantic lead and he's seen as like this swoon-worthy character, it's just like it excuses again and again this guy's shitty behavior. And it's just like, please no.
But like, let's not make it like we're gonna make it and be romantic in the end. We're meant to be. Like, let's make it like, yeah, I was dumb.
Also, no offense, if he will cheat for you, he'll cheat on you. So, okay, number two is the insecure virgin. Sex in YA is so demonized. All the villain girls are always sluts. They sleep around, they have casual sex, they have just had sex in general.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being a virgin at all. At all.
It's more so like, why can't we have any character that's not, right? It's like, yeah, let's tell the story of that girl who loses her virginity in her whirlwind high school romance, but let's also tell the story of the girl who doesn't. Like, not everyone loses their virginity to their first love in high school.
The idea that the only way to have sex is with this person that you're madly in love with, and it's just like a really unhealthy way to look at sex, and especially for like younger readers, teen readers.
What about all the girls who lost their virginity and then went on to date someone else and that was the love of their life? Like, let's tell that love story, but let's not like assume that there wasn't one other guy in high school or that they didn't have any other sexual encounters.
It's important to stress that you don't have to lose your virginity to a person for them to be the love of your life. Number three is the insecure girl despite being pretty and skinny.
Not all women, but there are a lot of women who are insecure. But they're only depicted one particular way in literature, and it's like, to be insecure, you have to be quiet, and you have to be like, oh, I'm in the corner, and I'm introverted, and I don't talk to people. But it's like, what about all the insecure women who are out there dating and having sex, but are also insecure? Why do we only talk about the insecure girl who's shy and virginal? Oh my god, you can have an insecure girl who has a boyfriend. Here, what about the insecure girl who like is outgoing and you could never tell and is smiling? Like, what about that person?
I was like so slender and my hair was so long and my eyes were big and my lips were voluptuous, but no one ever noticed me.
No one, just except for this one boy. Just right now we have the insecure shy girl, which is fine because those people exist. But then we have the not represented type of girl is the not insecure girl. God fucking forbid you're not insecure. Like, can we just not have one contemporary woman who's like, this guy has a crush on me, I fucking know it.
True. God forbid any girl acknowledges that she's pretty.
God forbid. No.
Character.
God forbid somebody tells you you're beautiful and they love you and you believe them.
Yeah. Number four is one of Sarah's other favorites.
Oh god.
Miscommunication.
When you've been talking about how he loves you the whole book and then you're like, you love me? with it. It's either miscommunications or like, I'm going to interpret what you're saying in the stupidest way I could possibly interpret it. Either A, you're like, I could never tell them this for no reason other than it forwards my plot.
Number 5, troubled past excusing current
Okay, now we're on to the
behavior.
men.
It's my job to somehow, make him less shitty when it's absolutely not. If your male character hinges, his likability hinges on the fact that his father treats him like shit, then it's like he's a weak character.
Let's read the story about the guy with the shitty past who has to deal with it on his own, and not from the female protagonist who has to deal with the shitty behavior of the man with the shitty past. Because there's no other backstory we can possibly give a guy than having daddy issues. Name one. Name one. Besides that,
Edward.
I knew you were gonna say that.
On 6.
Oh no, I'm not like other girls.
It's not like other girls. Mm-hmm. It just so much pits girls against each other, and it's like if you put down other girls to make yourself feel better, you're not a good character.
Why is the only type of confident that I'm not like other girls confident? Why can't you be smart, but pretty, but ditzy, for God fucking sake? Do you paint your nails and you go to school?
I love when being conventionally attractive and being intelligent are mutually exclusive.
Because guess what? Every single day I question whether I should post anything girly. Can I not be smart at the same time? It affects you from a very young age.
It was cool to be like, oh, I don't wear dresses, because we thought that you couldn't be both.
If you want to go back and lurk my 2009 Facebook, your trope video turns into a feminist rant.
Well, what else was it ever going to be, honestly? Girl characters have to work twice as hard to kind of be acknowledged as serious characters or deep characters. Whereas the guy character cries one time and then it's like, oh my god, he's so deep. He's sensitive. Number 7 is teenage boys with abs.
A, how? B, why?
When all your characters are hot.
To be fair, I've read some very good YA that has steered away from this. Shout out to Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda.
Number 8. Humble talent / embarrassing hobby. I read Anna and the French Kiss. And the romantic lead in that is a couple of times. He's really into history and reading. I'm sorry, I just like to read.
Somebody brought this up on YouTube. I think it was Emma Books. So I'll just link that. But she was talking about how why is everyone's hobbies the same in books? All everyone ever does is either read
classic lit,
or they're into classic literature, or they play an instrument.
And they're almost always embarrassed by them.
And also a prodigy.
That's just telling every young person that reads this that if you have a hobby, you should probably hide it from your friends and be embarrassed.
We just don't represent anything but generic things that would make you a suitable male or female protagonist.
Number 9 is, quote, slutty girls who are villains. God forbid a girl, is at all sexual.
And you know
because she can't have any depth. There's either girls who stay home and are pure and read while other girls are at a party sleeping with boys and, are gonna always be either the, mean girlfriend to the love interest, they're gonna be the mean girl at school.
But also, bullies can work in very intricate ways. Shout out to 13 Reasons Why. And it's the most accurate portrayal of bullying. Somebody doesn't walk on a bus and get taunted and forced to sit in the front row when they're in high school. Somebody gets sexually bullied, or they have friends and they're liked by guys and they're yada yada, but at the same time they're sexualized and demonized. Yeah, people get bullied and aren't hated. It's why can't we have complicated bullying?
I think for the most part in fiction, teenagers don't get a lot of credit and are just kind of caricatured, and
yeah, that's what it is. It's a caricature of a bully.
It's just not realistic, and
it just blows my mind that we're still stuck in this mean girl trope.
Slutty girls aren't main characters. So sorry readers, if you've had sex with anyone other than the love of your life, you are not
don't
worth
get a book.
writing about.
Nope.
And number 10.
Number 10.
Competition / cattiness over and I added in brackets, shitty guy.
Why are you blaming the girl when the guy is the shitty one.
Exactly.
I get it because I think it's actually pretty realistic. What I don't stand by is not calling out the problems with it at the end. If you're gonna pit girls against each other, that's fine because that happens and girls do get pitted against each other. It's like, why can't we just like acknowledge that the way that you feel is like true, but also wrong?
I'm not trying to say that I wouldn't resent the girl that was dating
exactly.
the guy that
Yeah.
that I'm in love with. It's pretty negative and doesn't really look good on anyone when the main character hates a girl the entire book for no reason other than that she's dating the guy that the main character wants, and the girl never kind of thinks that that's a problem. Number 11, unrealistic / absent parents. Because the kids are always like sleeping in each other's houses or whatever, or just never home, and it's like, aren't your parents like?
And like I feel like it's been getting better. Like I've read some like pretty realistic like parent YA contemporary. Like, are you like a shadow hunter or something?
Honestly, you know what's more important? Your 16-year-old boyfriend. Number 12 is quirky hobbies.
Only two things that can give a male depth is a sad father story or a quirky deep hobby.
Or both. And the girls always have quirky hobbies that they're embarrassed by. They're always like, oh, I just wanted to stay in and read Jane Eyre alone. And it's like, and then the guy inevitably finds out and is like, I don't think it's weird. I think it's, you're not like other girls. It just like ties into this YA cycle that's like weird hobby / it ties into not like other girls, ties into like insecure virgin, ties into, they're all connected.
And men can only be damaged by one thing, and it has to be manly, so it has to be really dramatic. So God forbid that he's affected by something that a girl's ever affected by. Like,
I'm gonna mention 13 because it's very similar. Token fear / weakness. When they use it as like a plot device, because there's nothing else that the author can use to like have them bond over. It's like, come on, it's a really easy way to grow their relationship.
But it's like, why don't we add in the representation of any other type of relationship that exists? Like, let's have a relationship that's unhealthy, but like, let's acknowledge the unhealthy parts and be like, God forbid she leaves him, because that would never happen in YA. It's the end. Once you have sex, you have to be together forever. So
yeah, otherwise you're a whore.
It's just over. It's just over.
Most of our tropes that we have issue with are rooted in female characters, I would say, just like in like the shitty writing of female characters. And like, we've made it through our 13
shit tropes that
13
we hate.
shit tropes that we hate. We're gonna try and put out new videos every week.
Just suggest me some books.
I think our next video is gonna be in the defense of Twilight. Get ready, it's gonna be a good one.